You all are welcome to this Monday classes. Dear students, I wish you all a week filled with knowledge and wisdom. Dear students, hope you all are looking on the slide. Alphabet O stands for opportunity, which is absent in the word yesterday, right? But the same letter O is very much available in today, and again it is thrice in tomorrow. So let us not lose our hope, and it's our duty to keep on try and try again, isn't it, dear students? Wishing you all a very good morning, dear students. Welcome back to business studies session. So we were all in chapter 1. Just with the help of our previous session, we have started with chapter 1. Chapter 1 is giving us more inputs about nature and purpose of business. So we are learning more into nature and purpose of business. In fact, we are learning how exactly, the business is working in the environment, right, in the economy. So let us take a quick recap. So students who have missed out the previous session, so please take a quick recap what we had learned in my previous session. So previous business studies session, we just started up with the introduction. We learned with the meaning of business, classification of business. So business activity are being further classified into two, which are the economic activity and a non-economic activity. So these are the concept which we had learned in the previous session. Yeah, now let us also try to look into it with the help of these slides what we had learned in the previous session. So girls who have already attended the class also, it will be a brush up for your mind. Please take a look. So in the introduction part, we have understood, business is one of the major economic activity in all our lives today. So I'd given you the example of toothpaste or a brush. So without this we cannot start our morning, or take an example of a cup of coffee or a cup of milk. So it's not that we are producing anything. So we have to purchase each and everything whatever we are using today, and this purchase is easy for us today. It any whatever you need, say for example you need a toothbrush, or you need a toothbrush or a toothpaste, everything is like very, you can just go to a shop and you can easily buy. How this easiness is been happening with the help of business. So business is helping us to the greater extent, and we had also understood the main intention of business is to earn money and satisfy the human needs. We had also come across with the concept of business. So the word business is being derived from the word busy. So it's always that any businessman for that matter, business man is the person one who is being engaged himself in the activity. And business is a regular activity, it happens on the daily basis. So what exactly business does, it will purchase or produce. And business, the main intention of a business is to sell the goods and services in order to satisfy the human need, right? So this concept we had learnt in the previous session. The next concept which we had learnt was the meaning of business. So business is a major economic activity which is being concerned with the production and sale of goods and services which is being required by the people. So the purpose of business is to earn money by satisfying people and demand for the goods and services. So you all can imagine what is the population of India and what will be the demand for the toothbrush. Let us take a small example. So here business is helping us to satisfy human want. Human want is, I'm just giving you the example of a toothbrush. So we have n number of, we cannot count on fingers, or we may not have a proper count what are the things we use, isn't it, in order to run our daily life. I think so we may require n number of products and n number of things in order to satisfy our human wants and lead our life happily. So in order to fulfill all the human want, all in order to satisfy people demand here, so business is a major economic activity. So with the help of business, I can tell you all, we all are leading the life happily today. So we had also come across with the two different types of business activity, that is economic activity and non-economic activity. So we had also come across with the meaning of economic activity and non-economic activity. Let us take a look of it. Economic activity is activity which is being earned in order to earn the livelihood. I told you all the meaning of livelihood. So livelihood is nothing but we are earning in order to lead our life. As simple as that, isn't it? So economic activity is activity which is being carried on in order to earn the money in order to lead the life. Examples are here. So a worker working in a factory. So all our father are been working maybe for a office, maybe for a bank. So you all can see all your fathers, maybe sometimes even both father and mother have been working in order to earn money. So earning money in order to lead a life is being called as livelihood. So you all can see doctor is working in a clinic and is charging a consultation. So this is nothing but a economic activity. Doctor is working to earn money in order to earn a livelihood. So this type of activity is called as a non-economic activity. So selling, buying, and distribution of the goods, working for money, maybe for a salary, wages, consultation fees, and making some product and selling it, all these are the example for a economic activity. Now what is non-economic activity? Non-economic activity are the activity which are being performed out of affection, sentiment and patriotism, etc. I gave you an example of mother cooking food for a family. So anytime have your mother given you a breakfast, lunch and a dinner and giving a bill to you? Never, right? So mother is preparing a food for you all out of her affection, right, out of her sentiments. So your mother is preparing your favorite dish. Okay, let us think it's biryani, right? So when your mother is preparing a delicious biryani for you all, you think your mother is giving you a bill of 100 rupees? No, you have to pay me 100 rupees. Never that, right? So this type of activity which is being performed out of affection, sentiment is being called as non-economic activity. So the other example is where a boy is helping a old man to cross a road. So you're helping a old man to cross a road. So I don't think so. When you're helping a old man to cross a road, or when you see the blind person struggling to cross a road, we definitely extend our hand to help them, right? So all this type of activity which is being done out of your affection, sentiment, and one example for patriotism is where whenever you try to tell I love my country, when you say I love India, when you tell I love my mom, when you tell I love my dad. So all this you all are telling out of your affection, sentiment, and when you're talking about when you love your country, you're talking out of you're performing out of your patriotism. So you're not earning any money out of here. So when you're not earning any money out of whatever the performance you're trying to give, this type of activities are being called as non-economic activity. So students, it's very simple. Economic activity is being done in order to earn money. Non-economic, you are doing it out of affection, sentiment and patriotism. Hope this concept is clear to you now. So students, it's a time to start up with our new concept today. So today let us try to understand some new concept. So these were the concept which we had learned in the previous session, right? So now today let us try to understand the new concept. Let us see what is a new concept. So today's class we will be learning further economic activity. So here economic activity are being further classified into three category. So which are they? Economic activity, I told you all, economic activity is activity which is being done in order to earn money, right? So this economic activity can be further classified into further three categories. Which are they? Point number 1, business. Point number 2, profession. Point number 3, employment. So there are three classifications, dear students, which you are looking on the slide. Point number 1 business, point number 2 profession, point number 3 employment. So these are the further 3 activity of an economic activity which you have to remember. Yeah, now I think so it's time to learn the meaning of business, profession and employment. Once if you know the meaning, I think so you will be able to understand very easily. I'm sure you have already heard this word of business. Yes, in the beginning, in the startup, we have just learned the meaning of business and profession. Hope you all have already heard this word of profession and employment. So, in today's class, you will be learning the meaning of all these 3 again. Yes, now we have already understood, dear students, the meaning of business. So, business is an economic activity. Here, business is being connected with production or purchase and sale of goods or supply of services with the main objective of earning profit. So here when I'm talking about business, we have already learned the meaning. I'm just repeating for you all. So business is a occupation where you all can see that the people are being engaged in business in order to earn the income in the profit in the form of profit. So a businessman is investing the money, for him return is the profit, right? So when a businessman is investing 10, I mean to say 1 lakh, let us take an example of 1 lakh. A businessman is investing of rupees 1 lakh, so he is taking back the income out of his business in the form of profit. So what is a return for a businessman here? Businessman is getting a return, something called as profit. So for the return for the businessman, return for the business is the profit. Clear to you? So this is the meaning of business. So we have already learnt it. I'm sure you have connected with the meaning. Now let us try to understand this branches of a business as well. So here, business includes 2 main branches. Business includes 2 main branches. Point number 1, it is industry, and point number 2, it is commerce. Clear to you all? So point number 1, business has 2 different branches. Point number 1, industry, and point number 2, commerce. So it has 2 different branches, commerce and industry, or it is industry and commerce. Yeah, now it is time to understand the characteristics of a business. So now you have understood economic activity. Economic activity, you have learned 3 branches, and you have understood the further 2 branches of business, that is commerce and industry, right, or industry and commerce. Now it's time to understand some of the characteristics. It is also called as features. Now let us try to understand the features or the characteristics of business. Features and characteristics are the same. Okay. Point number 1 here on the slide, you're looking, business is an economic activity, right? So you all are seeing economic activity, and you have already learned the meaning of economic activity. Am I right? Yes. So here business is considered to be an economic activity because it is undertaken with the objective of earning money or livelihood, and not because of economic activity is activity which is being performed in order to earn money, right? So what are the example for this economic activity? So here, say for example, the shopkeeper is purchasing the goods and selling the goods to the ultimate consumer. So shopkeeper is purchasing the goods for 10 rupees and he is selling the goods for 12 rupees, right? So here you can see the shopkeeper is purchasing the goods for 10 rupees and selling it for 12 rupees. So what is the profit the businessman is getting here? 2 rupees, right? So when the business is considered as an economic activity because business is being carried on in order to earn the livelihood. So the one who is carrying on the business activity, the main intention of him is to earn money in order to take care of his family. Clear to you all? Yeah, point number 2 here we have is production and procurement of goods and services. So here, before the goods are being sold to people for consumption, that is for the ready use, so these goods must be either produced or procured by the business enterprise. So whenever the goods has to be before it is being sold to the ultimate customer, the businessman has to, either he has to produce the goods or he has to procure. What do you mean by procurement here? Procurement is nothing but either the shopkeeper has to purchase the goods or he has to produce. Procurement is nothing but he has to purchase from the wholesaler and keep the goods ready in order to sell to the ultimate consumer. Hope you have got the point. So here every business enterprise, either they have to manufacture the goods or it deals with the acquirement, or it the shopkeeper has to purchase from the producer, so that it will be helpful for him to further sell it to the ultimate consumer or the users of the particular product. So here goods may consist of different types of a product, maybe like a consumable items, maybe like a sugar, ghee, notebooks, etc. And it may also be some of the capital goods, maybe like a machinery, furniture, etc. So all these are the you know which is belonging to the characteristic of point number 2. Now point number 3, sale or exchange of goods and services. So here whenever the business is being carried on, that directly or indirectly business is involving in the transfer or exchange of goods and services for a value. So here any business is being carried on, there is a sale or exchange of goods and services for value. What do you mean by value here? Nothing for the money. So here if goods are being produced not for the purpose of sale, but there is a say for personal consumption, so it cannot be a business activity. So say for example cooking food at home for the family is not business, right? But cooking food and selling it for others in a restaurant is a business. So thus one of the essential characteristic of business is that there should be a sale or exchange of goods and services between the buyer and the seller, right? Hope this point is clear. Moving on to point number 4 now, dealing in goods and services on regular basis. So here business involves dealing in goods or services on a regular basis. Regular basis, you can see every day there are supermarkets open from particular time to particular time, and you all can see DMart or Big Bazaar or whatever it is for that matter. For example, you all can see every day they are open and they are dealing with the goods and services, isn't it? So any business for that matter, they have to make sure they are open every day and they are trying to provide they are dealing with the goods and services on a daily basis, nothing but a regular basis. So this example is your other example I can give you all. Say for example a person is selling his personal old radio. Let us take an example. A person has a old radio and he's selling for, because it's a old radio which is not in use, so the person is trying to sell. Yes, he's selling and he's getting a money. You think this is a regular business? He has a old radio and he's selling only for one time. He has only one radio and he's selling it. So this doesn't become a business. Why? Because he's selling a old radio which he had at home, but he is not regularly dealing with selling with the same old radio. Alright, so this is not an example for dealing example of business, but what I'm trying to tell you all is, so the business which is dealing in electronical goods on a daily basis is a example for characteristics. So one of the characteristic of business is, so any business, in order to call it as a business, it has to deal in the goods and services on a regular basis, right? So now let us move on to point number 5, profit motive, or it is also called as profit earning. You all know that one of the main purpose of business is to earn income by the way of profit. I told you all the income for business is profit. So no business can survive for long without earning profit. So that's why businessmen make all possible efforts in order to maximize their profit by increasing the volume of sale or reducing the cost. Hope I have reached the explanation for you all. Then point number 6 is element of risk. Any business for that matter, you all know that there is a risk. Please understand, risk is a part and parcel of every business, dear students. So any business for that matter, risk is a part and parcel. So risk is a uncertainty. Uncertainty is nothing but you can't expect. You know that you can't expect, and it is uncertainty which is being involved along with an exposure to loss. It is caused by some of the unfavorable, some of the undesirable events. So maybe there are different undesirable or unfavorable reasons. Now you all know one of the best example is the current situation. Because of this COVID situation, you all know that every business has a risk. Every business is under the loss already. Loss is nothing but a risk, isn't it, everyone? So the risk are being related with various factor, maybe like changes in the consumer taste. Because of this COVID situation, now you can commonly observe many of the hotels are being shut down, isn't it? You all can see many of the huge restaurants are being completely closed down, right? So this is because of consumer preference. No consumers are been preferring to go back to the hotel restaurants and have the food, right? And you all know that commonly the taste of the consumer prefer changes, fashion changes, so changes in the methods of production. If there is any strikes or lockout in the particular place, so increased in the competition in the market. If there is a fire accident, if there is a robbery, if there are any of the natural calamities are been happening, etc. So all these are the reasons. So some extent business cannot avoid all these things. So there is no other way, all the business they have to undergo with the risk. So these are some of the characteristics of the business. So we have put together, we have 6 points which I have tried to explain to you. So let us also see in the next slide. So please go through the first the characteristic of business is an economic activity, which I have just explained to you. Economic activity is activity which is being done in order to with the aim of earning profit, right? So business has to produce the product or purchase the product from the wholesaler and deal with the goods. Point number 3, every business has to involve in sale or exchange of goods and services. So business definitely has to involve in the transfer or exchange of goods and services for value. Point number 4, business is dealing in goods and services on a regular basis. So as I told you all, if a person, say for example, is selling one old radio for once, it is not called as business. So when the person is regularly dealing with selling a old radio, then it is called as a business. So this is one of the example for dealing in goods and services on a regular basis. The written for the business is called as profit, right? So business always aims to get a good income, nothing but aims to earn a good profit. So element of risk, I just told you all, because there is a change in the technology. One of the best example is, you all know what is the demand for Android phones today and what is a competition, right? So change in the consumer taste and preferences, labor problems, natural calamities, and accidents. So, all these are the characteristic features of business. So, what did we learn today, dear students? So, we have learnt about classification of economic activity. We all have learned the meaning of business. We have learned further two classifications of business today. Which are they? Yes, we have learned further classification of a business, that is business, profession, and employment, right? And we have also come across with six different characteristics of business, isn't it? So these are the concept which we have learned with the help of today's session, right? So make sure you all are very clear with the concept, and this is the first chapter. Hope I want you all to comfortably please take your own time and try to understand the concept, dear students. I'm sure this you all are not finding this concept difficult, because these are the concept which you have, the word of business already, right? Yes. So because you already know most of the concept, you have already heard, so I'm sure you all are not finding the concept difficult. So only thing is, you have to understand the concept, and you have to start learning how to put it in the sentence, and you have to try to analyze, you have to put the concept into your mind, which is called as analyzing. So once you're know the main content of the concept, it is not difficult for you all to put it across in your test or exam. So make sure you all are being comfortable with the concept. So try to understand, take your own time, because this is a new subject for you all, and I'm sure many of all many of the topics are being like very much new. You have like never heard about economic activity and all in your schoolings. So take your own time, dear students. No matter whether you check the video for twice, thrice, or even four times, it is not bad at all. Please take your own time. So ultimately, your parents will ask you what is your marks. I'm sure no parents will ask you how many times did you check a video, isn't it, students? So I want you all to check the video once, twice, thrice, no matter, unless you learn, please don't give it up. Okay, so by telling all these things, I just want you all to thank you for your attention, and I'm sure my students will study well and they give their best, isn't it, students? No matter, we all are meeting virtually, and let's pray God, let us also try to meet up in the college face to face, so that we can understand the concept better, as all you are expecting. Even we teachers are been expecting, and we all are missing you all in the classes that is there. So let's pray God, which is in our hands. So we have only one thing in our hand, that is like praying God, and situation to be normal, right? So by telling you all this, let me thank you, dear girls. So make sure you all are been understanding the concepts better, and all the best, dear students. After this session, you have to give your attendance on the comment, and I want you all to complete the notes which I'll be giving it to you on the group. So thank you, students. Have a blessed day.